All right, hello, hello. Sorry about that. I was looking at another screen. It said that there was a minute left in the countdown, and then I looked at the other one and it was zero. I was like, "Whoops, my bad." Um, sorry, I was getting coffee. Um, welcome to Tuesday Monday. I'm gonna say Tuesday Monday because that's what it feels like. I got bogged down between refing and my mom's eye surgery yesterday. I was literally like not home at all, so I hadn't really looked at a PC all day. Um, yeah, mom had some type of laser eye surgery or whatever. But it's she's like, I can walk. I'm like, no, you can't. So needless to say, that was a fun experience, and we're still dealing with it today. Actually, Melissa's over there with her today. I've been running around getting a little Hello, hello. It looks like it's working. Can you not hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, there we go. I don't know. That's weird. It hasn't. Nothing changed. I wonder if like there was a connection lag or something. I don't know. It's weird. It's a shame. I gave you guys all the secrets of life. It's too late now, though. Too late now. Gave it to you. I'm not repeating myself all over again. I made the best jokes of my life, and you guys missed it. Nobody laughed. So I don't know. I was filling you, and I have no idea. It showed that it was sound was coming out on my end. So I don't know. I just figured Nura was lazy with the sound thing. So okay, sure, sure. Sound is back. Was it? Is it back or was it never there? I don't know what you guys heard. It didn't. But yeah, no. I was telling you about my 24 hours. Mom surgery, Jin stitches. Yeah, it's been a fun 24 hours. So yeah, lots of craziness. So yeah. So if you didn't hear it all, Jin has 3 stitches. Mom had laser eye surgery. Thinks that she can see fine and walk around, but she keeps running into stuff and falling down. So been with her. But you know, Melissa's with her right now. Kip is with the boys. They're finally back from Michigan. So yeah. Anyway, not a lot of movement. We talked about it. A lot of it is in preparation for tomorrow. Fed funds rate expected to change. Wouldn't be surprised if we again a little slow today as everybody's watching for tomorrow, and then again a little bit of dollar movement. So looking for the counterplay. But that's it. That's it. We're good. Let's go across and really what we mentioned here was really you're seeing European weakness come in is only the really the main trend. That and then obviously the Chinese intervening, not really a true intervention, kind of just something smaller. Okay. Yeah, let's go over charts. All right. Oops, something just went off. All right, so VIX. Whoops, I was like, wait, why is that really strange looking? There we go, and it's still very strange looking, right? It used to be real smooth over here, right? Real smooth, and then all of a sudden over here, like, don't know what's going on. Anyway, we're up at 14 right now. Again, we have 2 up, 2 down as far as the indices go. Dollar 105.50. Again, we just been grinding, 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 grinding. We had this one little area. It's right at the gap, and you can see it started to bounce off of it. I think 101.50 is a good spot. I think we go up, and as I mentioned, well, I mentioned, you guys didn't hear it. Tomorrow, I think, is a selling opportunity for the dollar. Everything's already factored in at this point. The market is prepared for it. I don't think there's any possible chance that there's a point 0.5 raise. They're not going to go that big. There's no reason to. Big question is, are they going to mention a hold or not a hold? And I think that is the big, you know, that is the big kind of question mark for tomorrow. So we'll see what it does. Yeah, so what are the dollars? Indices overall, they should be okay today. Nothing too serious today. Um, Again, the consumer confidence, right? Consumer confidence, supposed to be decent. I expect it to be decent. Richmond manufacturing, I don't think it'll be worse. The other 2 major ones, the Empire and the Philadelphia, were both better than expected. So I think we'll be good there. Overall, I think, again, if the market is going to move much today, I think it is okay to go higher. But I don't know how much more it's going to move. You can see crude. I'd love to say that, oh, God, look at that. It's down. But it is up. I can tell you right now in Maryland, depending on where you go, if there's like if you go in the poor street or the rich street, even though they're only 2 blocks away, gas is 350 to 360, right? It was like 329 like 3 weeks ago. Not liking this trend. And we mentioned that, listen, we had the 7720, and you can see actually Friday, we tagged that 7720 again. And this is multiple hits on it. Came back down. And then what did it do? It Harry Pottered, yes, on Monday, right? Broke through early morning, came back, and then again, US Open, all the way back up to 79.29. We said that it had the ability to go higher, and it's higher. Yeah, it's definitely higher. Um, yeah, not liking it though. I'm like 360. Really? Are we really going to be flirting with that? I guess the good news is though, we only have a month left of summer gas, right? Summer gas is a good thing. In September, it sucks in May, June when they jack it up. Overall, again, I I don't like that it's high, but it makes sense why it is high. Natural gas, also red, but again, we're pulling back from levels that we saw. Friday we hit it, and it looks like Monday morning we kind of made another attempt. So we're kind of back in there in that 265 where we saw it. Gold, silver, right now, silver getting a little bit crazy, but again, it's not back up to that 25. It's only 24.50. And then again, 1960 seems to be the range that we're stuck in with gold. I think the big question tomorrow is going to be, again, I mentioned dollar weakness, but any type of dollar weakness coming through is going to be kind of parlayed with inflation is well under control and inflation is almost done. Any comments about inflation being controlled or the process of continuing to do it? Again, should be negative for gold and silver. So I think it's probably negative dollar tomorrow. I think we're probably going to have negative dollar. I'm sorry, gold and silver as well. Looking at Aussie. Now, Aussie does have data tonight, right? We do have CPI, again, 5.5, well above 2, right? Well above 2. So, yeah, well above 2. So, with that said, where we are, we still have this kind of Harry Potter trade from last week. It was involved with the 50. Right now, it's the opposite side, meaning it needs to break through the 50 now on its way. And again, we could be bouncing off the 61.8. So I still like this, the 67.89. Looking for that to punch back higher to this next level towards the 78. I think that's great. You can see the bottom was put in late Sunday. And let's see, how big is that bottom? 9 pips. All right, I like it. I'm good with those 9 pips down there. And again, we've hit it a few times, right? We've hit it a few times, but it helps us kind of put a gauge of, where are buyers going to step in? And, you can see we've hit it a few times, but it's barely breaching, right? It's barely breaching. That level, let's see. Let's put, I don't need a call out. Not a call out. Price label works just fine. Right there. Let's turn this yellow just so we can see it. 67.24.5. So right now we absolutely some room, right? We got about 47 pips. It's got a 67 pip daily ATR. I think right now you kind of look for this one and figure out, all right, where is this going in the overnight? You can see this one sliced through twice. Let's pull that. We went much lower. Again, the base came in here for that, but we can pull it just to kind of clear it. Look at that. Missed the 16.18, but there was nothing over there to really try to trade it off of. Yeah, so again, I think the 67.89, again, if we can be pushing through here tonight, I think that's probably pretty decent. Again, that news is coming in. Let's draw the news because I think that's going to make a big difference tonight. I think this is where again, push again. Didn't go quite as high, but we're playing with the 50s right now. Kind of the front runners of this one. If we continue to drive through, I think that's a good spot. So I do like that long. For some reason, if we pull back down again, or we are sitting that level, again, look to take profit. If it is setting up for a short later on tonight, look to take profit at 67.24 because there are still buyers down here. This is barely pierced at all. It barely touched and then got front run. So right now, that's kind of your top and bottom. We're looking for one long trade, and again, short side, make sure you get out with profit. I'll see you hit. Here we go. Boom. Right up top. And again, this was a kind of an adjustment. It was from an old level. Right here, it looks like early morning we kind of put this in. Right now, it's kind of more set up for a top. We talked about getting short up in this level. And again, you got your red, you got your failure to go higher coming in right at this level. You could have readjusted this one for here. I think that's not a horrible one. You're a little bit into it right now. If anything, if you're looking for this to get a little bit more confirmation to the downside, you could also look at this and say, hey, listen, there's basing sitting right there. And we've hit it and it pulled back again. And then it started the base and it hit it again and then pushed up and hit it again. I would say, yeah. I mean, this is actually a pretty decent pullback. I'm actually okay with that pullback. But I think the next big kind of basing level is going to be down here. This was kind of like late last night, so not as important. I think this is probably a better zone to turn and flip. So there could actually be a short trade in this one. Let's see how much risk is associated with it. 8 pips. So it's tiny, right? 1 and 3 is sitting right there. So again, perfect place because profit taking should occur right there. And that one's not steady, but let's copy, paste, and there we go. Okay. So not a bad spot. Not a bad spot. And it's small, 8 for 25. Nothing too big to worry about. Okay. Euro dollar. All right, so we talked about the euro dollar coming back down again. A couple different entries in here. Again, kind of pulling up to really kind of this level. This was the tested level was actually sitting higher, and this is the this is the how do you say this? This is the finesse about these Harry Potter trades. We're looking for basing, 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 basing. We kind of got it here, but was there a base right below here? No, the previous base in the next area, you could have said here, and it kind of did some basing, but it's like, okay, where's the pullback? It didn't. It went up and it used right using a base here, and then it pulled back down, and then came back up and grabbed that same level, right? So still went low, right? Still pushing. We talked about it coming down. You can see we're a little bit lower than where that is. If we extend these across, they're pretty close, but two areas of buyers. And I think it's important to note about this one, right? Europeans were right here. So what have Europeans done with it today? They've shot it straight down. The movement in it and the weakness in it has been about 63 pips. It has a 72 pip daily ATR. It's not extended, right? It's not beyond where it should be, but I would say that we do have buyers probably stepping in, right? Excuse me. We do have buyers, and 110 is going to be a big level. I don't know if we can chop through those though. These are the two levels. One's at a 61.8, and one is at a level here, and then the 61.8 is also backstopped by the 110 flat. Yeah, it's about a 40 pips to chop through. Um, Wonder if we retrace back up again. So I'm kind of wondering if this is what we're gonna see. And again, it could be here, um, right? Either of those two levels. We're about 40 pips from there right now. It would really have to start flatlining. Um, hmm, hmm. I really like both these. We need to push out. Let's see. Let's run this from the top. Are we going to get some help here? Yes. Okay. Good. All right. So let's see. How much is it? Perfect. 50 pips. Like that. A little bit ugly there. Uh, about 45 pips. Hmm. Okay. Good. I kind of like both those levels. If we do form a base now, we just start kind of chopping back and forth and get really, really slow, which I think is highly possible as as the market is trying to prepare for that one. Honestly, both those sides are pretty decent. I like the bottom of these two levels. It's just a little bit farther away. Hence why I like that one just a little bit better. Um, hmm, hmm. But I think either of these could be a decent little news purse. If today we rally back up again, I do like this in the overnight. And what we may see, I mean, this could be actually what we see. This actually wouldn't surprise me, right? If we slowly rally back up again to here, right? If we do, we're already down. So I'll just steal this one. If we do one of these, right? And then we do one of these, uh, it- either one, and then we push back up again. Something along those lines wouldn't actually surprise me. So as we know that it's coming back in again, as people prepare for the market, it kind of goes back up, right? Again, profit taking from the weakness in the overnight and the dollar strength pushing coming in, and then we see all of a sudden, boom, the European market prepare for it, and then at 2 o'clock we see that dollar weakness like we were talking about, and this one goes back up again. So it's market preparing, market taking advantage of retail traders. Okay, that 110 is a big psychological level. Um, hmm, hmm, yeah, hmm. What is it going to take to break through that one? We may actually need those 23s to break through. We'll see. But again, I'd be very cautious if this is able to kind of tear back down again. I do think that 110, as well as being a 61.8 in the last big high to low, I think that's probably a decent reversal. How much is the whole zone? 22. Hmm. Hmm. If we're able to get down here, I think definitely look for a reversal. I think reversal's coming in that area. All right, let's do euro pound. All right, so euro pound again. Continue push down. We were talking about how 86.91 and 58.84 were the two kind of levels either way. We knew we had some basing here, and again, we hit it. We hit it again. There wasn't a whole lot of clean, and all it did was it used this level, this kind of pullback, and continue the push down. Right, went down, went down, went down, grabbed it, found these buyers, and just continued to grind. It's still got some room to run. Let's see. 3 o'clock is right there. So that's the push we have right now. From the European Open, we're only like 20 pips away. So not nothing super crazy. It's all right. The 4 hour ATR is only 17 pips. So we're not talking about anything blazing speed here wise. Again, I think we hold firm. The top is still in. The 60 winning is still backstop in this level. It's a rather small level. We're talking about what 10 pips. I love my 10 for 30s. 85, 84 is what we're looking for. What do we have in here? Just a bunch of news. Nothing in there. So yeah, I think we should start looking for reversal in here. Euro again, we're seeing that weakness in. We never got we got the base, and we were looking for this. Oh, grain of sand. Hold on. All of a sudden, the mouse like it's a grain of sand. And it's like, whoop, I can feel it. There we go. We are looking for a break through the top, and my God, does 85 want to be hesitant? Man, it's just like, oh, it's like push, 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 go, go, go. We got that one pop, but we knew it was a parabolic move. We are looking for a bit of a retracement. It did. Started the base, but that was it. Retraced all the way back down again to the origin of the move. So again, parabolic move, parabolic retracement. Still waiting for this sometime. And again, the good thing is we got the hits here. We got the extra hits, but man, 158 is just going to be a bear to get through. Again, just slightly broke through, and then again, all the sellers step right back in. So it's still there. My fancy drawing, I was like, oh, come up, come up, come up. It just ran into those sellers, and again, we're back in that kind of same range that we started in. So, as where we are right now, I would actually expect, again, there's a couple levels down here. We can run this up if you want. You can see the 50s kind of backstop here. I think there's two levels. We're kind of right now, we're kind of at a test, although it's ground through a little bit. I think there's probably another small level sitting right here. With all the European weakness coming in, we're probably due for reversal at this point. We're probably due. Is it a great trade? We're going to need a little bit of help from the yen, unfortunately. But I think with the European market ending, I think this starts to reverse back again. And again, it is a 50% retracement. It's about a 20 pip level, so it's not the smallest. It is pulling it back kind of at that, obviously, no man's land starts at the 33 to the 66. So we are kind of in that no man's land, but it was a very strong push. It was tested. It did break it just slightly. That's the one thing I don't like about it. But if we do break through this level, and again, if you don't like it for the reversal long, if you want to continue to see this go short, and we do have a clearing wick all the way down here. So, I mean, from the bottom of this zone where it was tested to, it's about 78 pips, right? 78 pips down to the clearing wick, which is sitting right here. So this one's got some room to run. I know some people really like the Harry Potters and the way that they work. Again, the defined rules with them. I think it's a decent push. I'm good. I kind of like where the push is. So, yeah, it's all right. Right, it's all right. So yeah, I do like that it's 10:30. Did push a little bit deep though. How much is it? Let's see. 104. It's got a daily ATR of 130. 104 down. We should see profit taking coming in. Still want to pull the trigger on that one though. And I'm torn on this one. Although it's kind of broken through the level already, I'm like, it is a 50% now. So the 50 is adding new. It was there. It was a decent pop off of it. It's like, oh, it's 10:30. It's been straight down all morning. There's a lot of reasons I like that one long. I'm wondering though if we need to adjust that one just down to here. Um, yeah, I do like this one. Sorry, Melissa just messaged me to check, give me an update on my mom. She said her. I guess they only did one eye. She took two Advil. I'm like, I don't. I'm like, she just had like laser surgery in her eye. Like they're like, right. So I don't know that that's gonna. I don't know that two Advil helps. So I like it for reversal. If you need something this morning, I think it's probably pretty decent. If you want to wait for a confirmation off of it, look for it to hit, pull back, and then use it and go. If it just slices right through, that wouldn't give you an entry. So look for number 3 confirmation. I think is the best way to play that one. Pound dollar. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna be pissed at pound dollar. You can see right here, Monday, 2:30 in the morning. It missed. Right. It came down. It came all the way back up, and just a bit outside. Yeah, they pip at me on that one. Um, I had this one. I woke up and I was like, oh, yeah, I got in. It missed it by 1.5. So, yeah, the spread is 1.5. It missed it by the spread, just so you know. And then went exactly where we thought. We were talking about it coming down to 128. So, yeah. Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. We can go a little bit lower on that now. Remove those two. Whoops. Nope. Not what I was trying to do. I was trying to get rid of this one and this one. And we can extend this one across. And you can see it looks like I missed it again today. So right now, overall, we talked about having an eventual target down here, kind of a profit target, and an area we want to look at 127.62. It did miss. It did punch lower. And right now, again, it's not really, we're not seeing really pound strength, dollar strength. Not really seeing much of either right now. I'm actually, with this being really low, and maybe again, this is a 61.8. There's no accompanying level over there. I'm kind of wondering, like, if we end up in a scenario like this tomorrow, again, looking at that dollar weakness. Again, it's factored in. The market's already factored that strength in there. The question is, what do we do from now till then? And what do we do tomorrow morning with this one? We are seeing pound strength come in, and I don't think, do we have any pound data tomorrow? No, it looks like they're okay. Hmm, hmm. So we shouldn't. I don't like where we're at with it now, but it's a little bit early. 22. Oh, here's the consumer confidence. Yeah, look, better than expected, right? Better than expected consumer confidence, which we expected. But actually, Richmond, look at that. Richmond came in exactly as expected. Huh. The 117, that was good. The 117 is good. And you can see, and we're seeing dollar, we're seeing dollar weakness from it. So, yeah, I think we can push down. I think the next big level, as I mentioned before, 127.62. This is the last time we had a base with a strong push. Um, There's buyers down there. I think that's probably where this one comes in next. Is there something small here? Yeah, yeah. I'd like, again, I think we're gonna really kind of dry up. If this is where we were tomorrow, I'd love this. If we could be riding this thing tomorrow here, I think that's an amazing trade setup. Because as I said, market has that dollar raise factored in. Maybe they say that they're gonna do two in a pause, but I feel like the market would ignore the two and then only focus on the pause. Um, so yeah, yeah. Um, Now, if it does rally back up again, this got front run. It is close enough to the 23.6, so I do like that for a short. If we can pull back up into there, again, I think that's also a decent level. We got plenty of time from now till tomorrow, but wouldn't be surprised if we actually rally back up again and then hit that level tomorrow at the European Open, which the European Open will be sitting right around there. Um, if we're able to hit that here, I think that's a decent short in preparation for, again, dollar strength rolling back in the European market just in time to, you know, push back down again for the US based news. So right now, again, potential buy, potential sell. And again, even if we hit it here, I could probably go early on it as well. Pound yen. Pound yen's kind of stuck. We talked about 182. You guys can see that, again, Friday, early morning, it hit it. And then it struggled. Sunday night, it was kind of rallying back there, and it was hitting a base here. You could have marked this base off and traded this at the European Open. Like if this is where your Friday and then kind of Sunday night was, you can see right there. It pulled down, came across, and then boom, European Open right here. So European session short, again, parabolic move, kind of that parabolic retracement coming back in. But now we're sitting in the middle of the range. We're sitting here, and if this is the top side, we're sitting smack dead in the middle of the range. We got sellers up top. We got buyers down below. Not a lot of movement. You can see it's 0.00 right now, right? 0.00 in this one. You can see it's at 56 pips in 24 hours. So yeah, 0.00. You don't see that often. No real trend in this one right now. It's just kind of preparing. It's kind of two different proxies. Just again, use a lot of caution when trying to trade this one right now. I would say there's just not enough meat behind this one to really get a decent trade. At this point, I feel like if you are trading the pound yen, you're just guessing, right? There's no major bit to that one, right? Sec. Trying to tell her where her eye drops are. She's like, "Oh, there's a special eye drop." I'm like, "Yes, yes, yes, yes." Um, yeah, she's got these eye drops. She's taking Advil, and I'm like, "You have like painkiller drops to put in your eyes." Um, I would assume that the painkiller drops would work better than Advil. Like I feel like Advil is great for like aches, pains, muscle aches and stuff. But I feel like when it's something specific for your eye, I feel like if you have like pain killing eye drops, I feel like that is the better option. I don't know, just me. Yeah. So Dalcad. Dalcad, look at this. I would say that we were looking for a short at 132.45 last week, and you can see Friday. And then Sunday, it tried, and then just collapsed back down again. Found the same buyers, but 1, 2, 3, and 4, we should be able to break through. If we can get down to 131.22, we're looking for that one to pump. But we know that 132 is acting as a magnet. Look at that 132.00. And look at it chopping back and forth in that same level. So again, this one will probably be pretty decent for tomorrow. This one's kind of been a battle back and forth. 132 seems to be the equilibrium point right now. And again, you can see, when we're high to low, right? Still 50, right? The 32 is still kind of the middle. And then all of a sudden we put a new kind of lower high in, but then a higher low, right? And now we're kind of bracing it to the same way. So we're still keeping it somewhere within that 50% range. I think where we are right now, I think if we can rally up, it's a decent trade for tomorrow. Again, 41 pips. It's got an ATR of 75, a daily ATR of 75. So, yeah, if this one can push higher, do we have any CAD news tomorrow? Today, let me see on the lower spectrum. There's summary. But 130, it should get absorbed. 130 is so close to 2. It should get absorbed. If this was like 9 o'clock in the morning, then yeah, that would be pretty decent. Being that it's within a half hour, I feel like it'll get absorbed in. I was hoping for more on that one. So, yeah, right now, I think, look at this one here. I think this is what we're looking for right now. Again, I know it sounds like a broken record here, but literally we have sellers, buyers, and we're floating right down the middle here. And again, it's starting to chop back and forth. So it could chunk higher. I really like, I would like for it to chunk higher. That'd be 55 pips up. It's only got a 75 pip daily ATR. So that's about the movement that it would take without any pullbacks to get that far. So, it's in the right range. It's just right now, is it trending enough? kind of, but I mean, look at this. Look at this opening candle here at 9:30. Up, down, and the entire opening close was like nothing, right? Literally right on top of itself. Just so much indecision. So, um, yeah, I think that's a hard go on that one. Yeah, kind of hard. Dollar Swiss. Okay, talk about chop, 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 chop. So this one, we're looking for more of a kind of a larger time frame. Go to the top side when it kind of pushed through, but we didn't really get the base we were looking for on this one. You can see we kind of went up and we kind of pushed back down again, but like there was no real. I mean, there's a little base here, but that was just playing here, and then kind of went back up and it kind of pulled back down again and kind of pushed. It's kind of basing. I mean, the problem is we're just kind of sucked so far in. I mean, we said that this could potentially be it, and that's where this drive came back down again from that original push. This is not really, again, trying to find a decent base in there. I mean, right now, you could say that this kind of whole area from there to there is kind of where the base is, right? Now, and again, this whole area is only about 22 pips. Kind of seems big, but again, we were looking for some type of defined level of basing in here. And if you look at the original level, there was this one little piece right here above, and that's kind of what it used. So again, we still don't have this. It's kind of been moved a little bit. I'm trying to get the most. I mean, probably more. It's probably more there now. Probably more there is what we're looking for. That's where I guess that's where kind of the true kind of top, bottom, top, bottom, and then touched in there again. So it's probably more there than anything else right now. Again, just not a very clean entry. We'd like to see up and then a quick pullback. And this was all Monday at like 9 o'clock p.m., right? So not really the time where you're going to see the most movement. Yeah, so I still do like it higher. Um, But again, just so much basing, and we're still really in that same level. You can see we're 14 pips in 24 hours, and in the last hour it's all been red. So this is about to deteriorate even back down. It's going to come right back down in the same level. So not really trending. It needs something, and right now, unfortunately, all eyes are looking for tomorrow. You just don't have it yet. Just don't have it. Yeah, just no trend. Look, no, nothing, nothing, nothing. What 9:30 to like last night, and then just nothing. So my opinion right now would be more bearish. I think it comes back in. I think it finds buyers in here, right? And then the big question will be is what do we do for tomorrow, right? Little hiccup here. 12. Hmm. 21 pips down. Hmm. 32. Hmm. Decent stop. Hmm. This is what I'm kind of thinking. This is the only part that kind of is like, it's kind of there. I'd like to see what it does. Maybe, you know what? You know what it may do? It may actually come down and then give us a little bit of a hiccup and put a base in right here, right? If it puts a base in right here, kind of before this level, it could push down and that could actually be the pickup point, and then the profit target would get us out before then. Right now, I got a market here, but depending on where the hiccup is, it actually may help us kind of push it a little bit higher. So I think that's probably okay. Um, 8. This could be like an overnight based trade, right? Could be an overnight based trade. Um, yeah, it really could be. Yeah, I like that one. I think I'm okay with that one. Like I said, I want to see where the base is. I think there, again, if you want to set yourself an alert on those when you use technology a little bit, maybe set yourself a little bit of a base. Kind of right before we hit the level, like right in here, maybe. Right, set yourself an alert and say, okay, listen, I would like to take this one short, but I want to see how it approaches. Like if it forms a base and starts to punch down, set yourself a limit order on this one, right? Wait for a pullback and then again pull the trigger on that one. I think that makes the most sense. But overall, I like the dollar Swiss to the downside. I think that makes sense. Everything's factored in. All right. So here was Sunday. We were hoping to be up top on Sunday. We're like, yeah, just rally up and start there on Sunday, and then we can take it short. Um, Unfortunately, this is what it would have looked like. Here was the peak from Friday. There's your confirmation at 10. There was your close. And again, instead of being here, we were here. And this is it's funny. It's exactly what we talked about, right? We talked about finishing high. We talked about opening lower and then coming back up and then taking that short. Well, it did that. It just did it here and here and here. So again, Sunday night base trade. Did we just hit it now? Now we got pretty close, but yeah. So again, easy Sunday trade. Let's pull that off now. We know we got this here. Let's pull that off. All right. I am going to mark that. You know what? I am going to keep that top side. I'm going to keep that there right now. Clearing 105. 17. Yeah, I think this one again, dollar weakness rolling in seems to be what the flavor of this session is. I think it rolls back down again. We probably run into something down here. Overall, I think again, this is probably where you want to get yourself out and be cautious with it. Remember, this one will be harder to play tomorrow because depending on whether it's hawkish or dovish, you're going to see again the yen get involved with this one as well. Um, yeah, I wish this was a little bit more trendy. It's a nice little Sunday trade, but yeah, I like this one down. Yeah, I'm good with this one down. I just unfortunately, don't have a great entry for you guys. I do think, again, if you don't have it marked off on the calendar, I know it has at the bottom, but it's always nice to just kind of put it there just so visually you can see how close we're getting to it. I mean, yeah, sometimes it's here, but this is just nice. And then if you go to your phone, again, it comes back. You know, get that boldness in there, right? Yeah, sorry. All right, what else we got in here? Crypto again, breaking through that 29 mark. All right, let's look at oil. Look at this U.S. session. We love our oil over 79. Yeah, and it's funny. I told you guys last week I was willing to be wrong. I was like, hey, I would love to be wrong. Prove me wrong, baby. Prove me wrong. Go back down to 72, 73. I was not wrong, right? We talked about we would probably break through. Yeah. So let's pull all these off. Again, we got the nice little hiccup, right? We got the trades in there. We can roll that back up. We talked about once the contract roller happened, we probably push higher. Again, we'll leave that because it did Harry Potter off that one. So let's bring this one over. Actually, let's take a trend change there. Let me run a quick one here as well. Uh, All right. So can I see this on 4 hour? Okay, good. There's a pullback. I was like, oh god, I hope that's not a racetrack down. Um, playing with this right now. Okay. Okay. The more I draw this one, the more I'm like, oh god, right? Like there's the trader side of me. It's like, oh, this should break, and then there's like the driver side of me that's like, oh crap, we're going to 80. Ugh. Hey, what about that? What is it? Inflation Reduction Act? Wasn't it supposed to make our gas cheaper? I feel like this is not making our gas cheaper. Look, this is double top. This should go right through, which means we can get up to 80. I mean, the next sellers are coming in at 80, 90. Like, if we can push this last, if we can eat through this last little bit here, we got one little hiccup at 79.80, right? 79.80 is our next little level here. Um, look, that's 80, right? I know, right? I mean, wasn't that its purpose? Isn't that why it's named that, Neuro? I mean, it was supposed to do that, right? Uh, I mean, shouldn't we have? I mean, shouldn't gas be like? I mean, shouldn't oil be like $60 a barrel right now? Right? Because I mean, the more money gas companies make right now, I feel like doesn't that help the opposite side of the aisle? Like, you don't want to help the opposite, right? Right? Yeah, the Inflation Production Act. I know, right? Basically, right? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I hate to be so negative on this one, guys, but unfortunately, we know that over here there's not a lot. There's a basically a mirror top, which means it was established and cleared all, within two candles. Um, we could potentially push up the where is it? What did we say? 81, 84 right there. Um, yeah. God, what are they calling for tomorrow? Ooh, they're calling for a down draw too. Hmm. Yeah, I wish I could come up with something. I wish I could switch this to some time frame. You'd be like, nope, that's it. This is the peak. This is the highest it's going to be all year. It's going to 60. But no, right now it's kind of like I think we got a little bit of a hiccup right here. And I think we had 80, 84 ish. I hate to say it, but if there's a surprise with a down draw tomorrow, I feel like 81 could be on the board. Ugh. Ugh. I don't want to say it, but yeah. Um, all right, natural gas. Looks like natural gas did not get the same burst, so that's a good thing. We push back up. I can take this off. Let's run this the opposite way. We'll go low to high and see what we got there. You can see that poor everybody that tried to trade a 23.6, right? Boom. They're like, yeah, boom. Oh crap. Oh yes, I knew I was right. Oh god, right? And it should continue to deteriorate through this level, the 265 mark. Um, well, we do have some buyers right here. So maybe this one's not horrible. But when I say not horrible, I mean, yes, obviously I'd like this all the way down to 230. I think that'd be great. Um, hmm. Eh, I think this one has room to run, but I don't think it has a lot of room to run. I think 261 is probably where we're going to find the bottom. Look at the seller, or look at the buyers in here, right? Ascending candles. It was a base. It didn't leave really, really fast, but then all of a sudden, boom, it caught a nice run off of that one. So I think there's probably a little bit more. Probably this right here. Probably the contract switch. Wouldn't be surprised if it's sitting here for the contract switch and then we take off back up again to 270. Again, Texas, you're screwing this up for everybody. If you would just not have your 112 temperatures, Texas, we would be fine, right? We would be fine. But no, got to go big, right? Got to go big. Um, it's all right. Joke with Melissa the other day. I was like, yeah. I was like, we're gonna move to Texas. She's like, why? It's way too hot there. We're not going to Texas. I was like, but it's a nice place. She's like, it's way too hot. 112, not interested. She's ready to move to like Seattle. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna find a bottom. All right, here we go. All right, so gold. Gold, I'm still good with this draw. I think 1971. You can see on Friday we were kind of pushing back down again. We found the buyers, and it tried to go higher on Monday, right, and then kind of got pushed back down, and then kind of fought again. Again, we got to break through this level. It's already hit it twice now. I like this 1971 if we're able to drive up there. I still think that's a decent spot. Once we start breaking through, though, right now, again, tops and bottom, I think 1990, 1938, 33 are really our tops and bottoms. Obviously, this one doesn't show up. I don't know why. It should absolutely show up for FOMC meeting notes. That'd be Wednesday at 14. Oh, I'm on a 2 hour. I think I'm on a 2 hour. There we go. Did I change anything for natural gas? No, not really. So that's kind of where we're standing right here. We're kind of sitting right in the middle, right? Right at those two levels. Unfortunately, there's not a good enough buy level over here, right? Um, Nothing that I'm like, yeah, that's great. Let's buy there. But I think it is extremely important to kind of mark off where this is. European session tomorrow will be so strong for strong is in like a telltale sign of what we're looking for. Again, if we're able to rally back up right now, it's not really doing much. It took one quick drop at 530 and then pulled back up and we're basing again in that same level. If we push higher, again, I like the 1971 short. I don't know if we can get up that high on this one. But I am kind of feeling more tomorrow for a short inside of gold. Um, Again, a lot of it is going to matter what happens from here to here, right? And again, if you want to block it off just to see it visually, what happens from there to there, I think is going to make the biggest difference in the world. Whether we drive up or drive down should tell us where big money is sitting. And remember, the gold market, right? Gold traders have had their, gold and bonds have had their finger on the pulse pretty good. A lot of the other markets kind of questionable. But the gold market, again, they've been pretty good about understanding what the Fed really wants. So I think the FOMC statement will be the big piece for gold, right? If they mention that, hey, listen, we're good, we're going to pause after this one, I think gold has the opportunity to rally a little bit, right? Because I think everybody thinks pause means finished. I don't think that the Fed is done. I think they do one, maybe they do one pause, one pause. A lot of people said they expected two more raises this year, right? Are they back to back? I guess it depends on how fast they want this to work, right? But again, I think anything pausing, controlling, slowing, working, not working, taking too long, depending on the language, gold has the ability to move. So again, seeing how it is prefaced ahead of time, I think matters the most. Right now, silver is a little bit overactive. Typically, we like to see silver. It does double what gold does. Silver is definitely more than double what gold is. But what is it doing? It's kind of chopping. So last week we talked about a pullback, and it did. It happened on Sunday night. It came down. It didn't go as far as we wanted. Obviously, we talked about, hey, is there a base? We had this larger level of base. Is there a level before it? Yeah, there was. It pushed down. It didn't go quite as deep, but it did pull back. You can see how it dropped, came and pulled. It was kind of short. It was there, right? Versus here, it was just there. So again, if we cycle this forward, you guys can see, there's your Sunday night trade setup, right? And then your 1 to 3 is sitting right there, 3.02, and it went through. So we're at the same level right now. So again, overall, you're thinking it's been here a few times. You can see it's completely sideways. It's up 1%, but it's really just completely sideways. Again, holding up here, I think that's kind of a good sign for what we're looking for tomorrow. Again, I do kind of like silver. I think if they mention pausing or this could be the last one, anything that is kind of considered dovish by the market, again, I think the market is going to, they could say, hey, we're raising 2 more times and that's it. We are finished. Our job is done. I feel like that. I feel like silver takes off, right? Um, Even though they're like, hey, listen, we're going to raise it 2 more times. The fact that they were like, and then we're done. I think, again, I think silver's looking for every reason in the world just to go higher. And yeah, I don't think it's justified, but I feel like that's how the market will take it. So where it is now, it's set up for more of a short for me more than anything else. But again, we got a lot of room to run. Look at it in the European session. That should kind of give us a telltale sign of what we should be expecting for tomorrow. But again, is it trending right now? No, not so much. Not much we can do with that one. Apple, Apple's more kind of going sideways. Tesla stemmed its losses a little bit. Now here's a big question. Let's see. Oof, it didn't quite get there. So again, poor 23.6s. It blew through that one. Not the worst. Let's see what the dollar's doing. Yeah, dollar's still it's still going up there. Again, talk about factoring, the price in, right? The dollar, absolutely. I mean, silver kind of ran into a wall, but silver is, sorry, the dollar is still grinding higher in preparation for tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna stand by my guns. The way that it is still grinding today, I feel like it's gonna bake it all in, and then come tomorrow, it's gonna be more of a short trade, right? The market's gonna have it in. The retail trader is gonna be waiting to try to play catch up after the fact, and it's gonna be too late. So, yeah. Not a bad looking chart. I mean, it's just grindy. Really grindy, right? Yeah. Until we get to 102, I'm not super concerned about it. So let's see what we had at the opening prints today. Let's see if there was much out there. Unfortunately, and again, we can kind of shrink this to here. That's what we're dealing with this morning. 9:15. Unfortunately, there was a small zone there. It drove all the way down to it. It actually went a little bit past on the 9:15 candle, so there was no real confirmed zone to use in this one. And all it did was shoot it right back up to take this level again. And again, this level's been hit a number of times. Is it the best place to take a short? No, not really. Right? No, not really. It just spent way too much time up there. So yeah. Again, more sideways, 0.06. A little bit in. I mean, it's what? 2.75 up, not even 3 points up right now. Yeah, unfortunately, no opening print on this one. No confirmed zone in the overnight. And I didn't really expect much today just because, again, what we have coming tomorrow, it made sense that we're going to be green today. NQ, let's see what do we have here. NQ actually would have had a setup, right? You had a nice little base here at European session right there. And you kind of had a test right there. It's not kind of, you did. Here, put it yellow. There's your confirmation touch at 6:30. This one is absolutely out on the top side. So there you go. And 1, 2, and 3 is right there. So, yeah. Yeah, it's done, and all it's doing is retracing back down, but absolutely opening print. Again, overnight level formed, overnight confirmation, opened inside of that zone. Not bad, right? Stop with 16 for 50. 16 for 50, not horrible, right? Not the worst, right? There are worse trades that are out there, so not bad. But that was an easy one, and that's actually up more than anybody. Pulling back down again. Let's see. 9:30 push through, no test, so no entry. 30 kind of formed a level there. I don't know if you really wanted to get short something. There was a trade there. 9:30 right there. So yeah, if you were looking for a continuation, there was actually a small trade in there. Again, does not necessarily meet our rules. It's not a confirmed zone. But had you traded this one, again, if you're looking for a pullback from that zone, let's see, would you have gotten your 1 to 3? Yeah, by a lot. 1 to 3 sitting right there. So yeah, you'd have been out one candle. 1 candle, 2 candles, 3 candles, it wouldn't matter. Right. You were out either way. So there was a trend continuation. Again, not an opening print in YM. But absolutely a trade setup that you guys could have taken. It was all right. It was all right. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't a horrible trade. Again, all it did was pull back to a level. But again, any real trend? No. I think you got to be very careful about this one. Again, kind of a big level, not the ideal opportunity, but you can see we touched it over here Tuesday morning at 7:15. So that would have been the next level to short from. Now, this is technically the weakest. So if we do kind of rally back up again and you are looking to get in, maybe shrink this just a little bit here. There could potentially be, again, another area to short from right up here if you're looking for something this afternoon. And just really trying to play like the base out game, right? That we're not going to really move strong one way or the other. This would be where you're kind of looking. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, yeah, probably roll. I would say it probably rolls from there. I just don't think it's going to be a blowout day. I think if anything ends up a little bit green, that's fine. But again, being the weakest, we can push up, and then the market turns. That's where it'll go. Russell, let's see what we got. 9. Unfortunately, no. Look at that. So, could you say, or were we in a level? Yeah, you could. There's a case made that this is a level right here, right? Oops, didn't quite get to it. It's just unfortunately this. Are we going to form a level in there? No, no, no. Right? Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. It was a nice. Did it go to the top? It did. Right in there. Right. So yeah, I bet you this pulls back down too. So unfortunately, no. So ES was a true opening print. NQ was it NQ? Sorry. ES had a level up top. NQ absolutely. YM absolutely could have gotten to that one as well. Russell, no, just a little bit too far. So it is what it is. All right, that's it for today. Again, tomorrow is going to be such a big day when they're, again, raising interest rates. Everybody's going to prepare for it. The market knows it's there. And again, things tend to be slower the day before those raises. I still think it's dollar weakness tomorrow, but we'll talk from now till then. So with that said, let's go ahead and we will do the drawing. Thank God it's pulling back a little bit from 79. Let's hope it's major problem. Let's hope I'm wrong. Let's hope it goes all the way to 75. That would be awesome. We're talking about 75 tomorrow in oil, but I just have a hard time believing that's going to be the case. All right, so let's go ahead and do our giveaway. All right, so Ernest is on number 2, right? Because he won his 3 and then won yesterday. Again, going in with these big numbers, trying to bully the stack. Right, trying to bully the stack out there. We'll see. Eventually, one of these is going to cost them majorly, right? It'd be a big one. All right, let's close it down today. All right, winner of today's drawing, and again, Neuro 4 is your lucky, not 5. I'm just saying. Winner of today's drawing is Ernest. Yeah, it's 4. 4 is your magic number, Neuro. Whenever you've done 4, you win. 5, I feel like it's just, the 5 is just a little bit greedy. Just saying. Just saying. And again, the odds are out there, but again, multiple wins in a process. I feel like, that's how it works. So again, he's trying to bully that stack, right? Again, this is the big blind at the casinos, right? Let's see. He gets 100, right, for number 2. And there we go. Jump back up at the 7. So, look, Eki's ahead of you. I haven't seen Eki for a while. I haven't seen Sean for a while, too. I need to message him. Be like, Sean, what are you doing? He's upstate Michigan. He's like, I'm going to go outside. I only have 3 months of summer. So, all right. With that said, I'm out of here for today. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Like I said, we got nothing tomorrow morning. We got crude oil inventories in the morning. Don't forget the statement comes out tonight. And then again, tomorrow is the big Fed funds rate. So we'll see how it goes. With that, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for, again, understanding about yesterday. I need a new occult ritual, clearly. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, Neuro. Yeah, exactly. See you guys in the morning. You guys have a good one. Good trading. Stay safe. Have fun. And I'll see you tomorrow.